My dogs. What's goody, my G's? I hope everybody's been well. I know I've been slipping on getting reviews out at a faster clip, but man, daddy duties have been up to here. And I love my babies. So I gotta get it in when I can right now. But I promise I'm in the process of getting a new computer put in and also getting a new camera, because as of right now, the camera I'm using is kind of dated. So it takes a little bit to edit, takes a little bit to get everything processed and uploaded. But other than that, man, we're going to get back to it. We're going to get it going. And I promise you, everything's going to start moving at a much faster pace. As you can see, we're already in the process of building the brand new setup. And as long as y'all here, I'm here. So welcome back to another episode of the Ronin Report. I hope my G's are well. Today we're talking about that season finale of Invincible. And I know I didn't say anything about the other episodes of Invincible. My issue lately has been, once I fall like 3 or 4 episodes behind, I kind of be feeling like I shouldn't do the review anymore because I'm so far behind. But if you guys do want to see a review on previous episodes and whatnot, I'll definitely go ahead and knock it out, because holy shit, the episodes leading up to this, let's say this previous episode and the episode before that. So the previous one with the variant Mark invasions, and then the episode before that, phenomenal fucking episodes. Mustache Mark, the dickhead Mark, the one that was like, dude, just because you curse doesn't make you cool. Like, it was cool seeing all these different variants and seeing our characters have to deal with it. Because even though they were slightly weaker than our original Invincible, they still were having problems. Immortal got his head torn off, bro. What's dude? Shapeshift was completely stretched out. Completely. And Evil Invincible was laughing at him, man. But we gotta give it the Tech Jacket. Tech Jacket handled of what was that? Omni Mark all by himself, bro. Or was it 2? It might have been 2. I don't remember for sure. But he handled that shit and it was fire. Enough of me rambling. I feel like I done scooted up way too close to the fucking camera just because I was getting excited. But we're talking about Invincible. Before we get into the episode, I want to give a shout out to Rexplode. I've always loved Rex, but his redemption arc was super fucking flawless, bro. And he was probably one of the few characters I wasn't expecting to see die, especially after we got Ray back, we got Kate back. So I was like, okay, they're not gonna get rid of any of the Guardians of the Globe. I almost called them the Guardians of the Galaxy. But seeing Rexplode just kind of handle his own against Evil Invincible, and then he literally dug in and grabbed his rib cage, dog. Do you know how fucking painful that had to have been? And then he Rexploded himself all over Mr. Evil Invincible. Take that however you will, but that's what happened. And I just want to give a shout out to Rex, because that was an amazing way to go out, and his redemption arc was absolutely perfect. Our season finale kicks off with Invincible staring down our newest Viltrumite opponent, Conquest. And before we even get into it, I just want to shout out whoever decided to put Jeffrey Dean Morgan as the voice actor for Conquest, because what a fucking callback. Jeffrey Dean Morgan as Negan beat the fuck out of Steven Yeun as Glenn in The Walking Dead. And now fast forward, we're about to see the rematch of Steven Yeun as Invincible versus Jeffrey Dean Morgan as Conquest, bro. That is fucking cinema. That is how you pick voice acting. That is how you make a story. That's how you like draw somebody in. And plus, I'm a huge Jeffrey Dean Morgan fan. I loved everything he did in Supernatural. Supernatural is one of my favorite fucking TV shows. And Jeffrey Dean Morgan as the dad was one of my favorite characters. Same with Jeffrey Dean Morgan and fucking God, I'm losing it. And The Boys. I love that The Boys is technically just like a supernatural reunion. We're not even talking about The Boys right now. I don't know why I got on The Boys. I'm fried. But Jeffrey Dean Morgan is just fucking amazing. As Negan, he fucking killed it. As fucking the dad in Supernatural, he killed it. And now he's about to kill it as Conquest. Within the first few scenes of the Conquest and Invincible fight, we see just how brutal it is when these type of powers go at it, as we saw when Invincible fought his dad, Nolan, back in the other season. The first punch sends a shockwave through the city and probably kills over 1,000 people right then and there. Like, all of those innocent bystanders are blown away, crushed by rubble. And in Conquest is much different than the previous Viltrumite opponents. He's not really here because he wants Mark to conform, or he wants the planet to get ready for the arrival of the Viltrum Empire. He's here because he just like to throw hands. He just want to box, nigga. He just want to fight, bro. He don't even have a real name. The nigga's name is just Conquest. He's there for one thing and one thing only, and it's to give you these. He will very well kill Invincible and be okay with it because he's just Conquest. It's Jeffrey fucking Dean Morgan. I haven't read the Invincible comics, so I don't really know like the power scaling for the Viltrumites, but I'm assuming he's stronger than Nolan, because at this point, after all the working out and training that Invincible did in the beginning of the season, I would believe that he's stronger than Nolan because he was able to beat Anissa. And I don't know if Anissa is stronger than Nolan or Nolan par, but he was able to handle that pretty soundly, in my opinion. But he's getting tossed around like a rag doll, and that's when it's gonna get crazy. And you don't want that, because if I start killing bystanders, which I will do, because again, I'm Jeffrey Dean Morgan, my name is Conquest, and I don't care. I don't care about Earth. I don't want this planet. I don't care about the Viltrum army or empire. I just want to throw these. That's terrifying, bro. Like, when they made it into space and he made a heart out of blood, like, what was the reason for that? Why did he do that? He literally blew a heart out of blood in space to the same dude that he's beating down. That shows a level of psychoticness that I love. And I'm here for it, because that means Conquest really is about his business. And so far, he's probably the scariest Viltrumite that I've seen. Again, I haven't read the comics, so I don't know if there even is any other Viltrumites after Conquest. But from what I've seen so far, Conquest, dude, he really be getting down. That whole scene of them fighting and smashing through the city, like even when Mark grabs Conquest and he's like sending them through those buildings, that's almost similar to, it is similar, and it is a callback, in my opinion, to what created Powerplex. Because Powerplex was created from that same situation. Somebody seeing a building fall on them and then they going crazy. I mean, not fall on them, but fall on their loved ones, or seeing their loved ones died due to a superhero. Hell, that's exactly what The Boys is about, pretty much. And now we talking about The Boys all over again. I gotta say, dog, as much as I love this show, for a dude to be named Invincible, he gets his ass whooped way too much, man. Like, Mark, I need you to get your dukes up, baby. I need you to learn how to squabble, because you are getting wrecked on, bro. Like, Conquest is whooping his ass. Now, I know I said Mark be getting his ass whooped, so I was very, 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 very happy and surprised when he started kicking it up at Conquest. He was like, yo, nah, this is just a warm-up. And he started whooping him because I'm like, bro, after all that training, he shouldn't be getting beat like this. Like, I get it. He's not a full Viltrumite, but he's a Viltrumite enough. He's a Vilt. But then we find out, man, Conquest is just playing. I haven't even gotten serious yet. And now... Mortal Kombat! My jaw dropped when Conquest was like, I'm damn near certain this is gonna go my way. Conquest is living up to every bit of the name. You can tell he's truly enjoying every second of this. And as he sends Invincible through the building again with a One Punch Man hit, why the hell is now Debbie not being the mom that she's been this entire fucking season? She's been so strict on Oliver not going to help Invincible fight this guy or this guy or this guy. Mind you, all of those fights were like C-level villains. But now it's a Viltrumite. A Viltrumite that's probably stronger than your ex-husband. And now you're gonna tell Oliver, bro, just keep your distance. Just keep your distance, cuz. And you would be cool. L moms at this point, bro. L mom. No matter what, Oliver's still a child. And that's a grown man by the name of Conquest. And you are watching your other grown son, named Invincible, not look so invincible. I've seen some shit watching Invincible, but I've never been so terrified for him like I was at this moment. Watching the blood start rumbling and then seeing Conquest fucking looking like a Mach 1 speed in that Invincible, and then smack, and then he's just tossing Invincible through the air, bro. And you can tell just how intense and how hard he's hitting Invincible by the fact that Oliver can't even catch up. And I'm just praying the entire time like, dog, please don't catch him, Ali. Please don't catch up. Because if you can't even catch up, and I'm not, no disrespect to Oliver, bro, because I know Ali got hands. He's already proven himself to me. He's proven himself to me. He just got to prove himself to himself. And that self is going to get himself hurt. Watching Invincible look like a fucking rag doll as he bangs through the building, smacks all into the ground, blows up inside of a goddamn oil tanker, and he's just sitting there just gasping for breath like, yo, I don't know what's going on, dog. I'm like, okay. Again, I've never read the comics, so I don't know if there's more to the storyline after this. I'm assuming so, with how that post-credit scene did, and we'll talk about that later. But at this point, I'm just like, dog, does Invincible actually die? Like, do they have to do that mechanical thing that Sisu has been doing to all the other people that end up dying to Invincible? Because at this point, bro, I've never seen him look this scared. Like, he's terrified, dog, and I'm terrified too. Invincible's pleading for his life, dog. He's please, sir, I can't handle anymore. Please stop. Conquest looked at him like, are you fucking insane? Are you? He called him he pretty much called him the softest man in the world. The Conquest choked that man up and said, dude, you gotta be out of your mind. I told you, I like this shit, and I'm having the time of my life. So I'm about to dog walk you some more, and then I'm gonna dog walk everybody else on this planet. But my boy Ali did get a hit in to save the day. He got it with a quick little and I was like, okay. Maybe I jumped the gun. Maybe Oliver is actually able to hold his own. Until that man said, fuck them kids. He hit him with the meanest. Shapow! I actually gasped, dog. Like I was like, like I couldn't believe that he just smacked the kid like that. And then held him up and said, "All right, bro, who are you?" Okay, now this got to be the motivation that Invincible needs. Now, there's two ways this can go. This can motivate the fuck out of Invincible. Oliver gets out of there. Invincible fights Conquest. Or this can motivate the fuck out of Invincible. Oliver still thinks he's too big for his britches. He dies. It motivates the fuck out of Invincible even more, and then he fights Conquest. So either way, I'm just like, Ali, bro, I just really want you to get out of here because I don't want to see you die. Like, you're at this annoying stage where you think you can handle stuff and you don't listen, and that's fine. I get it. It's okay. But get home, bro, before you die. Your mom just said if it gets too dangerous, hightail it, bro. Hightail it. Conquest is calling Invincible an idiot because instead of allowing your little brother to die so you can come up with a plan, you're too worried about saving him. And because you're too worried about saving him, now I'm gonna dog walk your dumb ass even more. He's telling me he has no Viltrumite heart, that he's just a worthless. And he's telling him like, yo, I'ma beat the Viltrumite heart into you. I'ma get it pumping, or you just gonna die, dog. Two options. I still don't know what the deal with Cecil is. I usually don't tend to like that type of character, except I love Nick Fury.
See, now that's some bullshit.
He's like that same type of arch character. How much of a writer is Eve? She woke up from her little mini coma after getting her leg all fucked up. Said, hold on, my dude over there fighting who? Let me suit up with a cast on. Suited up with the cast on. And said, man, let's go handle business, bro. And pulled up for him. That's a rider. And every Invincible deserves an Adam Eve. I love Oliver and his witty commentary. It almost gives me like that similarities to Spider-Man and how Peter Parker's always talking shit during his fights. But he's got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them. Because, dog, Conquest just backhanded his boy's whole grill out. And now he's about to try to rip him apart like a little fucking, I don't even know what they call, bro. But he's stretching that man's whole body out. And I'm just sitting here like, oh my God, there's no way. There's no way Invincible is gonna show me a kid superhero being ripped in half. But I am here for it if they are. I like Oliver. Oliver's cool as fuck. And I really think he's gonna be a cool addition to Mark's team. But right now, you gotta get the fuck up out of here, bro. Because big bro cannot fight for real while little bro is being fucking ripped in half like that Transformer off the first movie. Getting ripped apart like Jazz from the Transformers movie. Jazz was like,
You want a piece of me? You want a piece? No! I want two!
Rip that man in half. Like he's going into detail about like how the muscle's gonna tear first. And then the vertebrae and the skin. And all the while, you can see just how much Oliver's body is beginning to stretch and almost hit its limit. And thank God almighty, Mark finally wakes the fuck up and goes and saves his brother. Because if not, we was gonna have two pieces of Ollie in a second. It was gonna be Ollie on this side and Ollie on that side. And Mark was just gonna be shitty about it. I still don't fuck with Cecil, but I'm so glad he was able to teleport there and get my boy Ollie out of there, because Ollie don't deserve none of this, bro. He really don't. Ollie just trying to stick up for his brother, and he at the wrong place at the wrong time. As Mark's flipping through the water and looking like a goddamn ragdoll, at this point I'm like, okay, it can't get any worse than this. But it does. Conquest grabs this man's head, palms it like a basketball, and shoves him through a beach full of people. And when I say shoves him through a beach full of people, they're moving so fast that everybody on the beach just rip into shreds, bro. You see a scene of people just being dismembered. And he's not done. Now he's going through the city streets. And that fucking sound wave is just cutting people in half. You see a dog get chopped up, a kid get chopped up, and then he's literally just smushing Mark's body through random humans. They just popping like fucking balloons, dog. My fucking jaw was to the floor. I couldn't believe what I was seeing, even though we did see something similar to this with Nolan when he put him through the train. So I guess I shouldn't be too surprised. But goddamn, I'm surprised. But now Mark is talking about enough, even though it should have been enough like 20,000 people ago. Now he's ready to say enough. But guess who done walked in the building? Eve shows up. Now I told y'all Eve is a rider, but this whole fucking episode so far has been about people just not being where they should be. Eve, we're fighting a Viltrumite, the strongest Viltrumite we've seen, and your leg just got capoodled by the other one. What are you doing here? Now my boy Mark is like, Eve, you gotta go. Eve, please get out of here, bro. Please. He's I did it again. Once again, I'm fearing for someone's life because Conquest just broke Mark's leg, took him out of the picture, and now he's got his sights set on our girl Eve. Eve, you are not supposed to be here right now. But now I'm hyped because Eve got this little G.I. Joe Transformer suit that she puts on, and she starts turning up the density of the air, and she's hitting him with javelins and smacking him with wrecking balls. And it's cool as fuck to see Eve put her fucking powers on display, and she's eating. She did this really cool fucking thing where like Conquest went to punch through, I guess, one of her barriers, and it turned into water, and like he started drowning, but then he was right back, and she threw this arrow, and I'm hyped. But I should have known. I should have known not to get so fucking excited. I don't think I've ever been this. Like, I know I keep saying I was terrified for these characters this entire episode, but I don't think I've ever been this terrified for a cartoon character. Now Conquest is breaking the fucking Transformers uniform, and he's breaking it like piece by piece. He's taking his time. Bang, bang, takes the legs out. Bang, takes the head out. Bang, takes the arms out, and now she's exposed. And my heart is pumping, dog. I'm like, Mark, if you don't get your sorry ass up and go save Eve, dog, I'ma jump in there and save her myself. This nigga Conquest punched her whole face off. The whole jaw was missing. And he wasn't done. He gave her one of these, a cleaver to the gut. His whole hand is sticking outside the back, side of her back, bro. Just like this. Just sticking in her. And this nigga Mark sitting on the ground still sobbing. Like, bro, I'm ready to shed a fucking tear. I'm about to scream at this point, but I can't scream. My kids are sleeping. You know what I'm saying? The whole family in the house sleeping. I can't scream. But I'ma cry though. Cause holy fuck, Eve is gone. He knocks Eve off of his arm, and she's just floating, intestines all hanging out, face all ripped off. And now Mark can fly. Now this nigga can get off the ground and fly. So he catches Eve. He's holding her. No. It's too late for that, Mark. It's too late for that, bro. Where was that at when she first showed up and was getting popped and the Transformers uniform came off? Huh? It's too late for that. It's too late for that. So now They on the ground. He's saying, I can't do this without you. Nigga, you don't have no choice at this point, bro. She's dead. I don't even know what she is anymore. Psychological games that he's playing with Mark are insane, if I'm being honest with you. He's joking with him, talking about look at the love that you have for her. It's a weakness, but it's cute. And he telling him like, yo, don't wait too long, because if you got something to tell her, she about to die, bro. I would know. I just had my hand directly through her gut. And then she dies, because I told you she's dead. She was dead probably when she hit the ground, bro. And so she's dead, and he's like, oh, I guess it's too late. Like, and now he's thanking Mark, bro. He's thanking him for a good time after he just killed his girlfriend. How in Conquest? As pissed off as I am at Mark, he made up for it with that line that he gave Conquest.
I don't care how strong you are. I don't care how fast you are. I can see the future. You don't live to see tomorrow.
Cause I'm putting you down. Now that was cold. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I need from Invincible, man. That's what I need. Now we're getting savage Mark. And this is the Mark that I told you I like to see. Them punching each other and breaking each other's hands was sickening. And I couldn't believe that Mark was finally starting to show that he can hang, bro. He can truly hang. Conquest is telling Mark, being mad doesn't make you stronger. Well, tell that to the Saiyans, because they get strong as fuck when they get angry. So now Mark is chewing into his motherfucking... Like, he's biting him the way my daughter be biting me. She's teething now, and she loves to just... Eve ain't dead, baby. I'm hyped. Eve ain't dead, baby. So while Mark is over there pounding my guy's face in, he notices over the side of his shoulder something glowing. And Eve is like naked and purple and like turning into a true like atom. And it's the sickest shit ever, bro. But then Conquest snatches that nigga up and says, hey, bro, pay attention. I'm not done with you. And he leans in and whispers the sickest fucking dialogue I've ever heard in my life. It was like Bane tier dialogue, bro. He leaned in and said,
I am so lonely. All the other Viltrumites are scared of me.
If all the other Viltrumites, who are Supermen-esque power people, are scared of Conquest, then how fucking dangerous is Conquest? I told you, bro, this dude is insane. A whole Viltrumite empire is afraid of this man. And that's why his name is Conquest. If you really break down what Conquest is saying to Mark, it's actually really sad. He's a victim of his own success, like he says. They're only afraid of him because he's so good at conquering. He's so good at conquering and doing his purpose and his job that it leaves him alone. Because as he conquers more and more planets, as he gets better at it, more efficient, stronger, brutal, like however he considers, his efficiency level, as he gets better at it, it only ostracizes him more and more from his own society, because they're terrified at what he could do if he would snap and turn on them. I'm saying I'm capable of so much more, but no one sees it. And then telling Mark to take it to the grave. Like, I don't know, that was really, really cool to see a character of that level of brute, that level of savagery open up for just a split second, and you see that human side of him that wants to be accepted, that really didn't want to become Conquest, but he's so good at being Conquest that there's just no other route to go. Eve powers up and hits him with a supercharged Adam Eve blast beam cannon thing, and I'm thinking, all right, Conquest gotta be out now. Not only did he just get whooped on by Mark and was already getting tired finally, but Eve just supercharged and hitting with a death beam, so he should be down. Nope, 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 nope. Big man Conquest stands right back up. And now he's like, all right, Eve's knocked out, so I'm gonna go kill her first, because she actually did some damage to me. And then I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna finish whooping your ass. But finally, Mark snaps. I told you once and I'm gonna tell you again, Savage Mark is what I like. I need it, bro. He rushes over there, bow, knocks him down, bow, goes for another punch, but Conquest still ain't done yet. He breaks his other hand. So now both Mark hands is like a T-Rex. Mark ain't got no hands. Do that stop that man? No. Now he's headbutting him, and you're just seeing Conquest strength just smush in, and Mark is like, is this what you wanted? Is this what we had to do? Like, Mark really lost it, and I'm so glad to see it, because I've been feeling like Mark is he's too gentle. He should have killed Angstrom Levy. He should have killed Powerplex. Hell, I would have killed all the variant Marks. I'm killing anybody that's trying to kill my family if I have superpowers, bro. Especially when they're telling you their motive. They're telling you, hey, I'm trying to kill you, bro, and you still like trying to be passive. Fuck that. The image of Conquest's head squished open reminds me of something you would see off a Predator movie, bro. It's completely cracked open, motherfucking jaw split, and that's exactly what he deserved too after what he did to Eve. So thank you, Mark, for stepping up and saving someone for once, because Invincible wasn't looking too invincible for a very long time. So now we get the quick reunion of Eve and Mark, and they're telling each other, hey, I'm glad you're alive. I'm glad you're alive. I love you. I love you. I'm glad that they survived. I really didn't want to see Eve die, especially after we just lost Rex. And I really like the chemistry between Eve and Mark. They seem to be a really cool like superhero couple. And I like that Eve has all these kind of cool powers, especially now, like seeing even more of what she can do with her powers just opens it up for what I would want to see more of in the future. Back at the Pentagon, we discovered that Eve does have the power to actually change sentient matter. It just has to be some type of traumatic event that I guess erases the mental blockers that were placed upon her, and that I guess allows her to use her full abilities, which is I guess kind of cool. I just hope that she is able to tap into it again without having to be so close to death next time, just because that power was OP, and if she can figure out like how to harness even a bit of it, I don't know, I just feel like that puts her like even close to Mark's level in my opinion, because she can literally make anything. You seen how she was handling how she burnt him down to a crisp just with one blast. So just imagine if you trained and learned abilities with that, or the supercharged G.I. Joe suit. Like, it's endless possibilities if she learns that. Debbie's now beginning to blame herself, and I mean, you can't really blame her as a parent, because she was so adamant about him getting his powers, you know, saying like, hey, is your powers here yet? And so hype about it with Nolan, only for this to kind of be the one thing that keeps him in danger now, and the one reason why he has to risk his life to save this person or that person. But at the same time, she could have never guessed that it was going to turn out this way, that Nolan was going to end up turning his back on them, and them having to duke it out with them, or then them having to duke it out with Anissa, and then duke it out with Conquest, and then Cecil being the backstabbing guy that he is. Like, it was never, she could have never guessed that all of those notches would have hit the way that they hit. So in my opinion, she's not really to blame in that matter. She was an L mom when she let Oliver go, but in this regard, I think she's a W moms for sure. The funeral scene kind of, I don't know, man. It was kind of weird for me just seeing Robot up there instead of the real Robot up there, and then him changing his name to Rex. I don't know, like, it was cool that he's trying to memorialize his friend, I guess, but I don't know, it was just kind of weird. Like, I would prefer the real robot be up there, and he came up with a different way. But I guess he's always been that kind of weirdish character anyway, and it kind of fits his type. Um, it was really heartbreaking to see Ray in the background watching the funeral because they had just gotten like to a really good place, and then for them to her to be ready to walk away right at that moment, and then him dying the night that she was ready to walk away. Just, I don't know, it kind of sucks, and it puts into perspective that, you know, they're people too, and they want to live a regular life just as much as the people that they saved do. Again, I wanted to shed a tear for my girl Eve, bro. Not only did she's been going through it these past few episodes. She got smacked up by Anissa. Then she loses Rex, her first boyfriend, her first pretty much first love, all this stuff. And she's breaking down at the podium. She can't handle it. She's breaking down in front of Invincible while they're talking. And how insensitive was that little remark that Invincible made where he's just like, I'm just happy you're alive. I'm smiling, blah, blah. Like, bro, were you not listening to anything that she was just saying to you? The next few scenes I was kind of confused on, actually. So I remember them fighting the head things, the brain things. They fought them on that spaceship. So how did they end up in the sewers to start taking over? Which I'm assuming we're going to find out or see more of in this following season. And then also the technicians that rebuilt Langstrom. Like, is Langstrom just never going to die because he can always go back to these technicians and be rebuilt? And then on top of that, like, who are the technicians? Like, are they, I haven't read the comics, so like, are they like a race of another dimension or something, and they're trying to conquer as well? And also, who picked up the lion warrior dude, the Beast King dude? Again, I don't know all of the characters like that, but it was cool to see that like he's still alive, which means that he's gonna be something to deal with in this next season as well. Because remember, he can fight a Viltrumite, bro. He just beat a Viltrumite and like fisticuffs, and he was just with Alan and Nolan. So that's 3 right there: Alan, Nolan, Beast King, and Invincible. That's a dope team, bro. That's a dope team, bro. That's a good 4. That's a good 4. I'm sure we're all assuming that Cecil only kept Conquest there for them to use him as part of like the Reanimin project, and they're gonna like use him as like a basis of it. And he's also gonna, like, of course, threaten him and figure out more about the Viltrumite army and this and that. But how stupid has Cecil been this season? Like, doing all these backhanded things to Invincible, then telling Invincible you're gonna go ahead and get rid of Conquest right after Invincible says thank you and shows like a little gratitude and a little, you know, point of penance that they can kind of be okay. Then you go ahead and keep Conquest, somebody that almost killed Eve, almost killed Oliver, almost killed Invincible. Like, bro, Cecil is just doing a lot of underhanded things that I don't like. And again, I know I keep saying it, Savage Mark is my guy, bro, and it was just cool to finally see him say.
So if anyone else ever puts my family or anyone I love at risk, I won't hesitate to kill them.
For this shit, no more Mr. Nice Guy. I'm in my symbiote mode now. And anybody that steps to my family, I'm gonna kill him. And that's how he should be at this point, because everybody he seems to let slide ends up putting his family on some type of close to death situation. My last point that I wanna bring up is, again, I don't read the comics, so I'm sure this is something that's probably gonna be talked about in season 4. But can you guys let me know who the like demon looking people were at the end, the post-credit people? Because the one small one, like, he did the float step and he looked like he was pretty damn strong. So I'm really anxious to see like who these guys are. I don't really want to Google too much about it because I try not to get too many spoilers. But if you guys can kind of explain some of the other characters and some of the lore to me, that'd be awesome, bro. Because I do plan on watching. I do plan on reading the comics eventually. I just haven't gotten around to it yet, but I do love everything that I've seen from Invincible so far. This season was awesome. It was probably one of my favorites. I did enjoy the variant marks, and the beginning of the season was kind of slow to me, but that was just because they focused on a lot of like inner turmoil and stuff like that, which was good. But overall, I really enjoyed this season, man, and I don't know. I'm looking forward to more Invincible. The Invincible game's supposed to be coming, and Robert Kirkman has been hitting on all cylinders with everything he does right now. So I'm looking forward to it, bro. We're gonna try to get this solo leveling review done, the Daima finale review done if you guys still want that. And yeah, I got some quick hits and a couple different things coming as well that I need to get to. But again, this has been another episode of the Ronin Report. This has been another episode of the Ronin Report, and I'm out of here. Good job.